Namaste. Welcome. So today is almost last class in my part. Tomorrow I will go only to question answers. And today I will try to give some few other links which is connected to the Kundalini Yoga. And also I will talk about what is the actually meaning of balance. Because everybody talking about to balance your chakra, balance your life. What is the practical and the yogic way of balancing? And a few questions are also there where actually the chakras are located. Some different scripture are talking, they are in different way. And also today we'll go about the few more deep information about the chakras, their color, their mantra, their location, all about will go. Once again, Namaskar, welcome, most welcome to all of you once again.
Thank you.
And Moses, I found that your suggestion, it is really very nice. I will try to use some digital pad or computer or presentation. I am not good at that, but your suggestion is noted. Next time I will try.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Thank you.
You're right. I am also sitting, going there. If I found something is up to write and something present over here in the laptop screen, then it can be useful also.
Okay.
Okay. So welcome, Enrica.
Namaste. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Okay. So look, one thing I must not miss, that is the Kriya Yoga part of the Kundalini. Kriya Yoga. I think you have heard about the Kriya Yoga. It is very important and very scientific. Whenever we are talking and try to experiment on Kriya Yoga, we must not miss the Kriya Yoga. So let's understand how the Kriya Yoga is directly and deeply connected to the Kundalini. So let's understand.
Okay.
Kundalini Yoga can be practiced in three layers, three different aspects, three different levels. Why we cannot practice with 4 or 5 or 6 or many? Because we can do something only in 3 levels. There is no 4th level you can do. There is nothing. Actually, there is 2 levels, but we can do 3 levels. Let's understand. Our whole existence or our whole personality is combined of 5 things. Physical body, mental body, pranic body, understanding body, and bliss body. Those who have not connected to me before, they might be find little bit difficulties to understand about this 5 things. So I would suggest you, or I will send you some videos so that you can understand. This 5 things is all about you or me or he or she. Just to remind you, if I ask you, what is this? You can say it is marker, but really there is no marker. Marker is the combination of few things like the cap, the refill, the outer cover, the needle. Exactly. You or me is combination of something, and these are the 5 elements. The combination of 5 is you or me. Whenever say I means including your physical body, mental body means your mind, pranic body means your energy, understanding body means your concepts, ideas, or your understanding, and bliss body means whatever you are looking for. You are sitting here, you are listening because you think that something positive can be possible. So we are always looking for the bliss. So this is our personality. I hope you heard the name personality. It is personality. Write down in a notebook if you want to remember it properly. Whenever we are talking about develop your personality development, it means the simultaneously growth of this 5 things, not only 1, 5 things. But in our society, no one is bothering about your all aspect. Either they are working with your physical, or they are talking about little bit your professional understanding, or little bit your the way of working, the way of talking, the way of addressing. That is all about personal development in our society. So later, I have also created a video, what is personality, what kind of personality you have, and what is the meaning of personality development. There is 15 videos you can find, because the body-oriented personality, mind-oriented personality, understanding-oriented personality, wisdom-oriented personality, how to move from body-oriented personality to mind-oriented personality. So all about they presented. So if you feel comfortable, you can go there. So here come. Here, this is me or you. We can work only in 3 levels. We can work with our physical level and our mind level and somehow pranic level. You cannot work with the understanding level. You cannot work with the bliss level. How can you develop your understanding quickly? It is a byproduct. How can you say that let's go for a bliss? No. It will a byproduct of something. So later you can go deeply through the video. So right now I would like to inform you that only there is 3 level we can work for something. That's why the Kundalini Yoga also we can work with only 3 level, 3 layer, 3 aspects. So now what they are, let me present. This graph, don't forget, this graph can help you to work with your Kundalini in multi-dimensional way. First thing is body. Okay, body. And of course, second one is mind. And third one, oh, maybe prana, right? And mind. So, to go deep into the Kundalini, for Kundalini awakening, you can work with 3 levels. Whatever you feel comfortable, you can go for. And how can you know in which level is good for you? Go further video. You must find which type of personality you are. You have a body-oriented personality or mind-oriented personality or understanding-oriented personality. Which personality you have? First, you have to find. So, whatever that, understand the structure. Later, you can find or you can talk with me. You can ask me, then I can suggest you. Here is asana. Vayasana. And also, it is Satkarma. Enrica, do you know what is Satkarma? Have you remembered? But they are Neti, Dhoti, Vasti, Noli, Kapalabhati, Prataka.
The cleansing process, right?
Yes, cleansing process. They are to purify your body. Why you are purifying? So that you can purify your channels. Because body is the collection of channels, nothing else. So, Satkar and also Panchakarma. Do you know Panchakarma? In Ayurveda, you can find Panchakarma. So, listen carefully. For Kundalini Yoga, you go for the Satkarma first, if you are overall healthy. But if you find you are not healthy, then go for the Panchakarma. It is a yogic treatment, Ayurvedic treatment. So all these things are made for Kundalini because the advanced practice of the asana is to awaken chakra, and you have to start from the Panchakarma if your body is not helping you to do asana. A lot of people are suffering from a lot of disease. Yesterday we talked about. So this is one kind of yoga therapy. Panchakarma is all about yoga therapy. Satkarma is all about preparation of the asana. And then you are going to the asana. And when you're doing asana in beginner level, basic level, you are preparing your body once again for the advanced practice. Then you are moving forward. So this can be used for Kundalini. Okay. Now come to the prana. Prana is called pranayama. And in pranayama, there is only one pranayama in Indian yogic science or Indian yogic system. That is Nadi Shodhana Pranayama. Here I informed you before what to do. You need to do Bandha, Mudra, and breathing. These three things has to do. And in breathing, there is different type of breathing. Let me write you few things. Okay. Can I erase this part?
Yes.
Breathing, yogic breathing, Kapalabhati breathing, your Bhastrika breathing. Look, these all can be pranayama when you add Bandha Mudra, but you can use as a breathing. Right now, whatever you're doing, these are all breathing because look to your practice. Are you adding Bandha and Mudra in every pranayama? For example, if you are doing Kapalbhati, okay, this is only Kapalbhati breathing. This is not pranayama because you have not added Bandha and Mudra. Then maybe Bhastrika. This is only Bhastrika breathing because you have not added Bandha and Mudra. Whenever you are not adding Bandha and Mudra, it is only breathing. So normally we are doing breathing. You can turn into pranayama. But so normally what my intention is, why I am presenting all the things, only one pranayama is here. Other pranayamas like this and this maybe 50, they all are, listen carefully, to prepare for the Nadi Sodhanam pranayama. It is, you can say that our yogis discovered and designed the Nadi Sodhanam pranayama. And after some time, maybe 6 months and 1 year after designing the Nadi Sodhanam pranayama, one practitioner coming and asking, oh master, I have stomach problem, what to do? I have mind problem, what to do? Then our yogis discovered new pranayamas to cure your physical disease, mental disease, emotional disease, and they are all about Kapalbhati, Bhastrika, Anulom Vilom, Sitkari, Sitka, Sitli, Brahmari, a lot of pranayama. So, but they are pranayama looking to your personal growth, looking to your physical growth, looking to your emotional and mental growth. But spiritual growth, only Nadi Sodhanam pranayama. So here, because Kundalini Yoga only talking about your real intense growth. Of course, they are byproduct, you can get all the benefits, but they are leading towards the Sahasrara. So Nadi Sodhanama is. So you can say that is our Kriya Yoga is following the Nadi Sodhanam pranayama? Yes. Indirectly, they are doing the Nadi Sodhanam pranayama indirectly, not directly. Just let me give a little bit few techniques of Kriya Yoga. They are doing Guru Pranam, very basic things. Look, they're inhaling, holding the breath, focusing on chakra, then they are bending down and staying there as long as possible. Then they are sit up, then throwing the breath. So that is all about Nadi Sodhanam. Nadi Sodhanam all about inhale, hold, exhale, and hold. So they are, if there is one thing I presented, a lot of things. But another thing they are doing the cycling breathing or rhythmic breathing. For example, 10-second inhale, 10-second exhale. 10-second inhale, 10-second exhale. Like, look this. Look my hand. It is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So when you do rhythmic breathing, then automatically it will work like a hand pump. You are pumping very rhythmically so that the energy on your base, it will come towards the Sahasrara. So they are indirectly working Kriya Yoga, not only the pranic part, they are also mentally and pranic. And of course, they are also doing some yoga also. You can find my website, there is Swami Nityananda Giri. Swami Nityananda Giri wrote a book on Kundalini Yoga, The Secret of Life Force, and which is the most selling book in Amazon. And I have been going there to talk about the Kriya Yoga, all about that. So that's why I'm very confident. He is very, very popular and famous teacher, is traveling throughout the world, almost in every country. So he is a Kriya Yoga teacher. So I know that's why, all the procedure. So Nadi Shodhanam Pranayama and other breathing technique they are using by holding the things. Okay, I hope you understood asana and pranayama. Yesterday I told you how to do that. Your all the practice asana and pranayama has to focus to the chakra. Otherwise it will not the Kundalini Yoga pranayama or Kundalini Yoga asana. Now I do agree. In primary stage, you need a guidance from a teacher to practice. Otherwise, you cannot able to focus. That's why today I am going to give you a meditation technique to discover your third eye chakra. Already you have discovered, at least you stay. So today I also inform you what is the process to awakening your chakra and what is the process of the balancing, and is balancing is actually happening. So all about will go. Let me present the mind-oriented practice. Mind-oriented practice means you are awakening your Kundalini much more focusing to the mind. So of course it is the four. I said you four. Discovering chakra, awakening chakra, balancing chakra, and your Kundalini awakening. Here we are taking a little bit support of breath, definitely, but we are using mind more. Especially discover chakra is very important. Here we are completely using our mind. So by mind you can work with your Kundalini, by prana you can work with your Kundalini, and by body you can work with your Kundalini separately. But if you work with your Kundalini by using asana, pranayama, and your mind, then definitely it will be very easier to awaken your Kundalini. I asked Munna, maybe after 6 weeks, from today or from tomorrow, I am going to conduct, will conduct all of you, maybe I will try conduct a retreat where we will do asana, we will do pranayama, and we will do philosophy, as well as we will do meditation. So 4 hours in a day you have to give. We will practice maybe 5-6 days. Then there I will help you to do asana in Kundalini way. I will help you pranayama in Kundalini way. So Enrica knows the practice of the pranayama and all the philosophies, meditation, we are very intense. We are not compromising in our education. So later I will inform you. If you have time, you can join. It doesn't matter. Otherwise, I will make a course and I will send you. You can later go through that. Okay. This is now few questions. Just a question is there. When I'm talking about discover your chakra, someone is talking about little bit confused about the exact location of the chakra, especially your navel point. All our traditional scriptures talking about navel chakra. Here you are talking about heart chakra, and original name is Anahat chakra. Exactly, the original name is the navel chakra is the Manipura chakra, but it is also called solar plexus and also called navel chakra. According to the traditional Indian scripture, navel chakra is just behind your navel in the spine, and some are saying little bit 2 inch up. 2 inch up. So it can be little bit confusion. And also sacral chakra can be little bit confusion. According to the traditional scripture, they are talking about where your abdominal, the behind your abdomen, that is your sacral chakra. But let me give you a simple, beautiful information. That's why I wrote here, don't believe any scripture or any master. Discover your chakra. If I am saying you that just behind your navel, and someone is saying you just 1 inch upper the navel, Why you believe that person or me? You discover it. And you can ask me which area I will take. You can take a bigger area. Here you can take a smaller area because everyone's saying the same. Whenever confusion a little bit, take bigger area. Then you can discover yourself. And one more thing. Sometimes the chakra is changing the location. It is like this. If here may be the one chakra, that chakra can be found here or here. A little bit up and down. It can move, but it cannot be here, it cannot be here. It is only located in your spine. Please, once again, it is only located in the spine. In other part of the body, chakra cannot be found. It is only located in the spine. Now, why it is on the spine? Listen carefully. Actually, all the chakras are not in your physical body, neither in your spine. If you go to the dissect your body, you cannot find. It is a myth. But this myth can be used. So where is your chakra and why all the yogis are talking about the spine? Only for one reason. Because all the chakras in your astral body, in your pranic body, in your subtle body, but they are knocking the connected in the spine. They are connected. It means they are not in the spine, but they are sending their sensation in the spine, through spine. There is no other way. They are somewhere else, but they are connecting you. They are knocking you. They are informing you that I am here. Please find me. I can be very useful to you. They are they're located. They are knocking the specific point in your spine. So whenever I am asking you or our yogis are asking you, focus the spine, it means through that point, you are going through your astral body. You are enhancing and knocking to your astral body, because Kundalini Yoga is all about working with your astral body. Pranayama, it is very common thing. Doing asana, working with your physical body. Doing meditation, working with your mental body. Doing pranayama, working with your pranic body. So Kundalini is all about working with the pranic body. So through physical body and through mind, we are working out with our astral body. So two things. Don't believe anyone else. Yoga is not about belief. Because after this also, you can listen a lot of videos related to Kundalini. You might go somewhere else to practice Kundalini. You might go some other classes to just to clarify yourself. You are most welcome. You must go. But move always in a scientific approach. In yoga, our yogis are saying, don't believe anyone else. Just believe 2% or 5% so that you can do experiment. So it is all about the path of yoga. It's all about experiment and experience. So especially to finding your chakra, please do experiment. That's why this 6 weeks, from today to next 6 weeks, please don't go anywhere else. I am going to give you 6 different meditation techniques to discover your 6 chakras. So 1 week, 20 minutes daily do practice. Today we will practice here in the class, the first one, and the other 5 one exactly will the same. And tomorrow I will give you, today we'll practice, tomorrow I will give you that technique. 1 week you need to practice. Next Monday, I will give you another one. You no need to talk bother about. I am very sincere and and very committed person. every Sunday, one technique will reach to you. You need to give 20 minutes daily. At least you can manage, do 2 times. And why you need to do, what will you need to do? When I give you, I will give you more. Your focus and your awareness, I am really bothering about. Your focus and your awareness. Whatever I have designed the technique, they completely based on the focus and awareness. If you going through the 20 minutes of the recordings, that will be help you to develop your focus and your concentration and your awareness. Okay. So now, any question few you can ask, otherwise I will talk about the chakra, about the color, about the mantra. Okay. So just let me once again remind you where the locate. The throat chakra is just behind your throat in the spine. The heart chakra is just behind your heart in the spine. And your navel chakra is behind your navel in the spine. But if you feel it is just 1 inch up, then you can take 1 inch up. No, don't bother about. Otherwise, you cover the 2 part, that 1 inch up and the navel part. You can take a bigger area. Because whether it is 1 inch up or just behind the navel, wherever it is, you need to find the exact center point. Only location will not help you. Why you are discovering your chakra? So that you can awaken your chakra. After just informing that, I will tell you what is the meaning of our awakening chakra. And your sacral chakra is just behind your abdominal. Lower abdominal. You can say that just 1 or 2 inch down your navel. Okay. And your Muladhara is, you can say the anus area or the lower part of your last point of your spine. You can say tailbone, near the tailbone. Just you need to stay there. Look, I can use some yogic term, but easily you can find here and there. I don't want to disturb you. You go there. That's why I'm asking you 6 weeks. You give each chakra 1 week. Please give respect to the chakra. Definitely chakra will help you. Chakra will respect you. Chakra will heal you. Okay. Now, why you need to choose that center point of a chakra? Because to focus, you need to a specific point so that you can go deep. Otherwise, you cannot focus. The more center point you find, the more intense you can work. Gradually you are coming in this way. Wherever you find, you can more going deep. That is all about the focusing. And to awaken your chakra, what to do? There is 2 principles I am presenting over here: discovering the chakra and awaken the chakra. These are the very most important aspects. Intention is the way to discover your chakra. I know sometimes you cannot read, but let me write. Let me read. Intention is the right way to discover your chakra. It means by right intention, you can discover. It means if you want to discover, then you can discover. Because if you want to discover, you will stay there because you are wanting. When you stay there, automatically chakra will find you. Just you stay there. I told you in the first class. And attention is the way to awaken your chakra. Attention. To give attention, you need a point. Exact point should be there to give attention. Without finding the point, how can you give attention? Of course, it can be also, look, this is a point and this is a point. this is the place you have informed by the yogis, and this is the point you need to find. And this point is not here. Its point can be here, but it can be pointed here. So this point help you to focus. So attention, you can able to give attention. Otherwise, this can be a mess. A lot of sensation you can find, it can be distracting. So intention and attention. And why attention? Yes, why attention? Listen now, one another sentence, please write. Attention is the food of chakra. Attention is the food of chakra. Food. If you give attention, then the chakra will be healthy. They are getting food and they will awake. So just attention. So to give attention, many techniques can be there. Discover, it is completed, and I will give the techniques and recordings you will do. Now just let me give you some information about the awakening. How to awake your chakras. I told you attention. How to give attention? By few different methods, you can give the attention. Here. First one is mantra. Second one is color. Okay. So mantra is called seed mantra. And then color. And also by breath. So here also you can find a lot of technique. Using the mantra, you can hammering to that exact point. Using the color, you just hammering that point. Using the breath, you can focus on that point. Which point? The discovered point, the exact point of the chakra. Once again, I'm repeating, the way you are experiencing the third eye, exactly you have to very clear about your other chakras. And if not, then you cannot move. You can psychologically convince you, your teacher can convince you, you can read, you can get informed a lot, but the Kundalini cannot be awakened. You have to find the chakras. So overall, let me inform you the different so third eye chakra, root chakra. What is color? Normally it is a red color. And the mantra is Lam. The red color and Lam. Why it is red color? Look, different scripture. No, it is you. I am suggesting you this book by Swami Sivananda, Kundalini Yoga. Here there is a page you can find. You must buy if you are really interested. Look, this is a page, beautiful page, and in this page, the color is not red; it is yellow. You can find, if you comparatively, if you follow 100 scripture, 90 scripture is talking about red color, 10 scripture talking about yellow color. So it is actually whatever, whoever going through deep into the subject and practice, they find different kind of color. For example, if the room you are sitting, I will paint it completely red, deep red color. Can you stay there for longer time in your home? No. You feel very suffocated. It is very. And white color is smooth. Green color, deep green color, that different kind of your emotion is. So your different color. Later if you feel after this class, go for in YouTube the color therapy, the science of color. The color therapy is followed by the Kundalini Yoga. And you can say Kundalini Yoga also following the color therapy. They are just interlinked. It means all the colors are related to your nature, your disease, your that kind of things. And that is also, your root chakra is which element related to? Earth element. Why it is earth element? And what is the 1 minute? It is earth element. Earth element is all about your skin, flesh, bone, tissue, hair, the gross things are that. So all the whatever I am talking about, these are not the very important part. These are can be remembered. You can be forget. Once your chakra awakened, then you don't need to bother about. So a lot of information is there that which color, which kind of element, which mantra, which kind of genes, which glands it will affect, which kind of your disease affected. So there is a list. I have 3-4 different lists. Definitely tomorrow I will give you all the list. Just read them. Here I am here to present the structure that you just understood why the red color, because of the effective part. Red color is affecting your earth element. It is a cross things. It is not help you to go deep. It is help. It will always bind you over here in this area. It will not free you from. That's why wherever you go to the ashrams, they are talking about the peace, light color, white. So it will help you go beyond body. Red color is help you to stay here. It will not help you free from the material things. You can go through the color therapy structure and the principles. So let me just give you that your Swadhisthana chakra is orange color and your solar plexus is yellow color if we are going to the 90% scripture. And your heart chakra is green color, throat chakra is blue color, third eye chakra is indigo color. So whenever you practice to awaken your chakra, right now don't bother about. Just before I had taken a Hindi Kundalini workshop. So a lot of people asked later that shall we use the color whatever you suggested in the. I said now this is the first step. Total give attention to just discover your chakra. After that, after 6 weeks, no, it is not that within 6 weeks the Kundalini will be awakening. It is not possible. Might be possible 1 or 2, but not maybe not for all. So we go step by step. Give 6 weeks to discover your chakra, then 6 weeks or 7 weeks to awaken your chakra, then give 1 or 2 weeks to balance your chakra, then you can feel the awakening. Then this will help you to prevent all kind of damage, all kind of negative impact. So red color and Lam mantra. Exactly, if you find the Swadhisthana chakra, it is one mantra, and the Swadhisthana, then Manipura. Manipura is a Ram mantra. Then heart chakra is your Yam mantra. then your throat chakra is hum mantra. I will send you from before tomorrow session, I will send a link. What will send? All the gems, all the glands, all the elements, all the mantra, all the colors, how petals they are related to the lotus, and how many petals have different chakras. I will send you all. And those things can be used in chakra awakening. The more visualize, the more use them, the chakra will be awakened. Right now, I am not bothering about that, and I will suggest you don't bother about them. Whenever you have time later, we will sit once again for 2 days to talk about the methods how to awaken your chakras. But these are the way. The simple method is by focusing, by giving attention that point, by using different methods, color, breath, and your mantra, especially 3. So that's why at least 18 meditation technique you need to follow to go through the chakra awakening. Now talk about it with balance. Look, to balance your chakra or balance, look, to balance, one has to be more, one has to be less, then something you balance. Right now, just imagine, your please don't take it otherwise, maybe your brother or sister is studying and the passing mark is 30. Okay, passing mark is 30 out of 100. Out of 100, the passing mark is 30. And your brother is bringing, my math is 35, science is 38, and you can say English is 40, and somewhere is 33, and is 39. So average is 40, 39. And you talk about the balance. What kind of balance? If you have something is 90 and another is 3 and another is maybe it is 70, and then something can be balanced. It means to balance, one has to be completely more awakening, major awakening. One is less, one is more, one is less. Then something can be balancing. Right now, let's take it lightly. Right now, all our chakras is like this. It is maybe 35 and it can be 38. All our chakras is just little bit moved, little bit. We don't have the awakened part, any chakra. So right now, talking about balance is really foolishness. It means without awakening your chakra, it is impossible to balance. Okay, you can do balance. If you do balance, that can be more 30 or 32 or 33 overall will come. It can be possible, but it is no meaning. When you awaken, then do balance, that can be some meaning. So what I am going to say, that first awaken your chakra, discover your chakra, then awaken your chakra. It can be separately or it can be combinedly. Then go for the balance. And now understand the practice. Not only just keep on awakening, that is also creating unbalance. 2-3 weeks awaken, then balance. 2-3 awakening, balance. So do in this way. For example, Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura chakra, Anahata chakra, Visuddha chakra. And it's maybe 30, 40, 35, 38, 39 in this way. Maybe. So of course you do balance, but work with your chakras. Maybe you are working with is now 70. You work with that. You feel something is happening, and you can find impact on your practical life, personal life, and also the related things in your disease, all the things related to the Swadhisthana chakra. And maybe you are not working further. Then after 2 weeks, 2 week work with Swadhisthana. Maybe you are working with Swadhisthana. And after two weeks, do balance. Then all your energy will be balanced. But it can be. But I will suggest you, if you want to balance, then work with 3 days, 5 days, do all. Work with all chakras 3 days, 5 days, because all the chakra will produce some energy. Then it will be help you to balance. So it means for 1 week, 2 weeks separately, you work all the chakra, awaken them little bit, then do balance. Then awaken balance. Do in this way for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. Then go for the Kundalini. So discover chakra is the very basic. Once you discover, then you forget. You no need to bother about it. After discovering, just you need to give attention using your color, using your breath, and using your mantra. And then do balance. To balance, what to do? There are also some technique. What to do? So you need to clean your spine to balance, nothing else. How to clean your spine? You know, you are using a brush to clean a bottle, a baby bottle. When you're feeding some baby a bottle, a brush is clean. So exactly, you are cleaning a pipe. So your breath, you have to, using few technique, you have to inhale through your spine and exhale through your spine. I will also create some technique I will send to you to balance your chakras. And Kundalini awakening, for Kundalini awakening, you have to use inhalation, inner retention, exhalation, and outer retention separately. With all the chakra. You are inhaling, holding, and visualizing. For example, let me give you an example so that if you cannot meet me again later, then this can help you to understand. Especially, Kundalini means to allow your energy to move upward. Balancing, just clean this path, and awakening, enhancing the energy. You understood, you hope, all the 4 steps. Discover, find your point, then awaken your point, then clean all the channels, then allow your energy from here to up. This is all about Kundalini Yoga. So what to do? You can feel, look, you can feel, stay here. Let me give you a small thing, just listen carefully. If I ask you, focus your Manipura chakra and inhale and hold your breath. Hold your breath and feel very focused and feel all the energy is moving from Swadhisthana chakra to Manipura chakra. Just you think and feel, visualize that energy is coming. You hold your breath and you're visualizing. Then gradually the energy is coming. You can feel when you hold your breath. And normally hold is pushing and inner hold is pushing and outer hold is bringing. So you can push something to down and up, and here pushing and up. Later I will tell you properly by some technique I will send you. But it is a way. You are inhaling, holding and specific focusing that point, then you can find that energy is moving from that point to another nearer point. And you exhaling and holding, staying in one point, then the energy is coming towards that point. So it is up, coming down. So in this way it will move. Tomorrow before end, I will give you a small glimpse. 10 minutes I will help you to practice Kundalini meditation also. I know maybe that is not properly awakened, but whatever the awakened and whatever your channels are clean, looking to that, I will help you to practice the Kundalini. So 5 minutes or 10 minutes the chakra balancing meditation, and so 3 meditation combinedly. Tomorrow I will do personally, 20 minutes, and I will take 40 minutes your question answer. Okay. So this is overall about the presentation. Now 20 minutes I need from you so that you can do meditation with me, only 20 minutes. And if you do with me, then you can able to do for next 6 weeks. So just 20 minutes give to me so that you can work with next 6 weeks. Okay. Wherever you are, just don't take support. Just stay erect, sit erect by erecting your spine. Good, beautiful. Just slowly close your eyes. Inhale deep and exhale deep. Okay. Now I have designed a technique. Just follow for 20 minutes. I'm here with you. Munna, play. Chakras are very important in Kundalini Yoga. To find the right and exact point of the chakras is an integral part of Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga is all about discovering the chakras, then awakening the chakras, and then balancing the chakras, and finally awaken the Kundalini. So let's move to enter into the chakra meditation to find and to discover your chakras. Sit comfortably in any posture. Erect your spine and move your head up a little bit. Touch your tongue on the palate and slowly close your eyes. Now prepare yourself for this yogic practice. During this practice of chakra meditation, do not move your body and keep your spine erect as long as possible. Now feel your whole spine. Give your full attention to your spine and feel your spine. Let me inform you that all the different aspects of your life are deeply connected to your chakras, and your chakras are connected to your spine. So take care and be aware of your spine always. By keeping erect of your spine, take a long and deep breath and then release it slowly. Practice it for some time. Continue your breathing practice. Continue your breathing practice. Do not stop your breathing. Long and deep inhalation and exhale it slowly, smoothly. Continue your breathing practice. Now, stop your breathing practice. Just relax yourself. Do not do anything. Just allow yourself more relax. Stop doing everything. Now, lose yourself completely. Let the whole body relax. Keep your spine erect. Do not bend your spine. Let the body fully relaxed. Let your mind and body calm down. Relax yourself. Relax yourself. Allow your body and mind to be relaxed. A calm mind and a stable body is become sensitive, aware, and concentrate. Awareness, sensitivity, and concentration are the three weapons by which you can be able to find your chakras. You can able to discover your chakras. You will practice this meditation in 3 steps. The first step is prayer. In the second step, you will find the exact point of your Ajna Chakra. And in the third and last step, you will complete this meditation practice by giving thanks to Mother Kundalini, God, and Guru. My dear friend, keep in mind that the main reason for this meditation practice is to find and to discover the exact point of your Ajna Chakra. Now, let's start the meditation practice by prayer. If you want, then join your both hands in front of your chest and pray with a grateful heart. Oh God, I am going to find and experience my Ajna Chakra. Need your grace and blessing. Oh Gurudev, oh my dear Master, bless me that I can know and feel my Ajna Chakra. Oh Mother Kundalini, I bow to you with my full of heart. I am trying to awaken you within me, but I am not wise and strong enough to wake you up within me. So, oh dear Mother Kundalini, please help me to awake you within me. Go deep into the prayer. Feel the grace of God in your heart. Feel the blessing of Guru. Feel the blessing of your Master in your heart. And slowly go deep into the prayer. Feel the love in your heart. Feel the grace of God in your heart. Feel the prayer in your heart. Now, let's move to the second step of this meditation. In this step, you have to find the exact point of your Ajna Chakra. Now, you give your full attention to your Ajna Chakra. The place on your forehead in between the two eyebrows in where your Ajna Chakra is found. Give your full attention on the same spot and awarefully feel all the sensations happening at that place. Observe it. Feel deeply all the sensations of your third eye chakra. Do not analyze, just feel. Now, let's pay a special attention to the most intense sensation found in between your two eyebrows. The more attentively you can feel the intense sensation found in between the eyebrow, the sooner you will be able to find the exact point of the Ajna Chakra, the center point of the Ajna Chakra. So, stay with this intense sensation. Stay with this strong sensation and try to one with this sensation. The point at which this intense sensation is happening is your Ajna Chakra. Recognize this point. Feel this point. experience this point. Now change your focus from the sensations to that point on which the sensation is happening. The sensation happening will change. So do not give importance to that sensation. Give importance to that point where some strong or some intense sensation is happening, because that point is the exact point of your Ajna Chakra. Stay at this point. Stop at this point. Recognize this point. This is your Ajna Chakra. This is your third eye chakra. This is your third eye point. Congratulations to you. You have found your Ajna Chakra. You have found your third eye point. You have found the center point of your Ajna Chakra, which by knocking, by stimulating, by paying attention, you will be able to awaken this Ajna Chakra. Now, let us enter into the third and final step of this chakra meditation. Before concluding this chakra meditation, give thanks to God. Give thanks to Guru, to your Master, and give thanks Mother Kundalini. Oh God, thank you very much. You helped me to find my Ajna Chakra. For this, I am very grateful to you. Many thanks to you. Oh Mother Kundalini, thank you very much for awakening yourself within me, and you have helped me to find my Ajna Chakra. Oh Gurudev, oh my dear Master, by your grace, I have been able to find my Ajna Chakra. So I bow to you. Oh Lord, Pranam. Oh Mother Kundalini, Pranam. Oh Gurudev, Pranam. 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 Take your own time to come out, just few moments. Look here. Stay there, but listen. The focusing part or discovering part, the third eye chakra, is only 7 minutes. Baki of other 13 minutes are the preparation, prayer, breathing. So I will give you two meditation technique. One, the complete 19-minute, and another the short only that 7-minute part. So if you not manage to practice the whole meditation technique, then you can give only 7 minutes yourself. So 2 times 7 minutes, 7 minutes. Yeah, you can find a other meditation technique, guided meditation technique, definitely. It is just a way to help you to stay at your Ajna Chakra. So today, I will not give you this one. The first part, to understand the technique, because you cannot see all the recordings again and again. It is 1 hour, 20 minutes. So 10-minute recording, I have all the essence of the Kundalini chakra meditation. Why you need to find your chakra, that is 10 minutes. So that will help you remind all about the Kundalini yoga, and you can say that recording is the first part of this meditation. You listen that one. Once you need to listen. For the 6 weeks, no need to listen ever. Just once you listen, but keep with you. Maybe you will miss, then anytime just remind you that 10-minute recording. And tomorrow, you come with all your questions. Don't bother about clarify everything, whatever you want. Today, I'm going to give you that recording whenever you feel. Before tomorrow, you listen. And I will give you all the colors, mantras, gems, and glands, and elements, all about, I will give you a list. And before coming the class, please read again and again 2-3 times that list, then come. And if possible, 20 minutes, we'll do the meditation about the other three aspect: awakening chakra, balancing chakra, and awakening Kundalini. Okay. Tomorrow will be the question answer session completely. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow in right time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.